This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied, and all you brethren out there, the hopeful elect. It's the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, in this whole Psalm, the 10th chapter is dealing with the wickedness and craftiness of Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man today, so you can understand. All right, and he is a crafty, wicked, evil, demon, man. All right, and everything that I was reading describes this devil to a T. All right, his pride and his serpentine type of nature of how he's constantly, waging war and, constantly attacking our people. He does it outrightly. He does it right in your face. But a lot of it he does covertly. A lot of it he does secretly in the shadows. He does it in a way to where people are unaware. And that's one thing that the devil does. He's not going to come out and tell you blatantly that he's destroying you through the air, through the food, through the water, through the fabrics, through the vegetables, through the fruits, through the chemicals in the water, through the television programs, through the rap music. He weaponizes everything against mainly you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans so that you could be totally disconnected from your power, which is Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. He's constantly looking to get the upper hand on you and dumb you down and destroy you, because this is his nature. And this is why, we have that perfect hatred for the whole family line and the house of Esau Edom, which is the greatest enemy of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. He is not your friend. He's not your buddy. He's not looking out for your best interest. He's looking to destroy you, man. He's looking to keep you in a position to where you're constantly in sin. You're constantly weakened. You're constantly dumbed down. You're constantly not able to, function properly, and he's just attacking you on every level, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, through your health, because he's just a constant plague, and he's a constant, like I said, he's constantly preying on you. He's like a lion in his den, and he's looking to catch you, Jake, and catch you off guard and to destroy you and hinder you in any way possible, even in ways that are subversive, in ways that you're not even realizing that he's, shooting his arrows at you, man. All right. So that's why this man can never be trusted. He can never be accepted by you Jakes. Now, yeah, we got to work. We got to do what we got to do. But ultimately, you have to keep fully in perspective that this man is truly your enemy. All right. Don't think because he allows you to have job. Don't think because he doesn't have you in chains and shackles anymore that you're still not in slavery under him, because you truly are. All right. Financially, you're enslaved to this devil. Mentally, you're enslaved to this devil. Physically, you're enslaved to this man through his, his whole medical field is nothing more but nothing more than a weaponized engine used against you to constantly keep you sick and constantly keep you, unhealthy, man. And he's doing this all day, every day, man. All right. I'm gonna play a little quick video just showing you that this man has been the devil and he's never going to change. All right. And he's always looking to, keep you at a disadvantage, and he's not going to stop. And I'm going to show you in this video. And then I got one more precept I'm going to show you. But this right here further shows you that this man is truly your enemy and truly the devil. Look at this. It says emergency broadcast. U.S. government sprayed American cities with deadly chemicals and radioactive particles killing millions. And this video that you're going to watch, it's an old video. I forget, I think it tells you what year it was, but he's never stopped doing this shit. He's never stopped weaponizing the air and using it to dumb you down, to shorten your lifespan, you know? And he's just never going to stop, because he's constantly at war with you, whether you want to believe it or not. And this is why this man cannot be trusted. He can never be accepted. And we have every right to have hatred for this damn devil, man. Anybody would hate their enemy. You know, that's just a natural thing in the earth. You know, lions don't get along with, when you ever see a lion and a hyena, all of a sudden they're sitting down together, they're kicking it, they're buddy. You don't see that, because they're mortal enemies, man. And they're always going to be enemies. All right. And that's how we should look at Esau Edom, man. But let me play this video and just show you that this man is not going to stop. He's going to continue to attack us. He's going to continue to do everything that he can so that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the biblical Israelites, can constantly be, destroyed, man. So I'm going to play this video. It's an older video, but I'm just playing it because, this is, it said, you'll see, and he ain't stopping. He's still doing this shit right now. Just like last month or a couple of weeks ago here in California, he released 1 billion mosquitoes. And ain't no telling what the hell those things were loaded with or had inside of them to be released out here on the public. And I did a video also showing you that now he has the jab form in an aerosolized manner, to where even if you don't go to the hospital to willingly take it, he's going to release it in the air, and you're going to be able to breathe it in through your nose and be, infected, man. Anyways, let me play this, man.
This next story is so unbelievable, we didn't think it could possibly be true. But after receiving thousands of records and declassified reports from the Army, it's confirmed that during the Cold War, the United States military conducted secret tests on unsuspecting people in the city of St. Louis. A local sociologist will make her findings public tomorrow, but she spoke first to the I-Team's Lisa Zignan.
Lisa Martino Taylor's life work has been to uncover details of the Army's ultra-secret military experiments carried out in St. Louis and other cities during the 1950s and 60s.
This study was secretive for a reason. They didn't have volunteers stepping up and saying, yeah, I'll...
See? That's why I read that. And he's like a lion lurking in the villages. Does he murder the innocent, man? You see, he was conducting these tests on people unbeknownst to their, they didn't even know. But he was just running these tests, and he was doing these things unto you, Jake. And he's still doing this shit even unto this day. Let me get this. He's never changed, man. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? And this is what this lady is exposing. And like I said, this is an old video that they're playing, but you better believe he's never stopped, man. He's still conducting experiments. He's still doing things and testing shit out on people without their knowledge of it, so that he could eventually use it as a weapon against you later on in the future, and to put himself in a position to constantly have complete control over everybody, man. You see, and this is why we say this man is the devil. All right. And he's not going to change, and he cannot be trusted. And he is your sworn mortal enemy, man.
I'll breathe zinc cadmium sulfide with radioactive particles.
These Army archive pictures show how the tests were done in Corpus Christi, Texas in the 1960s. In Texas, planes were used to drop the chemical. But in St. Louis, the Army placed chemical sprayers on buildings and station wagons. City officials were kept in the dark about the tests. The Cold War cover story was that the Army was testing smoke screen.
What did it say? Kept in the dark. All right. Let's give this word dark. And that's how this devil operates, man. All right. And the word is hasad. It says a dark place, secrecy, hiding place, a dark region. You see, he does this thing. He does it without the people's common knowledge. He does it. He has secret meetings. They conduct these tests, and then they go out and run them without people even knowing what the hell he's doing, man. And when you start, and he does it to test it out, to see if he can be able to use it and weaponize it and perfect it so that he can have this to use against the people, because he's the devil, man. You know, that's part of his blessing was the sword, and he weaponizes everything, and he ain't going to stop. And he's still doing this shit even unto this day. So you can't believe that just because this got exposed that he was like, well, you know what? We're not going to do it anymore. We're going to stop. No, this devil's going to keep going.
To protect cities from a Russian attack. The truth, according to Martino Taylor, was much more sinister.
It's pretty shocking. The level of duplicity and secrecy. Clearly, they went to great lengths to deceive people.
By making hundreds of Freedom of Information Act requests, she uncovered once classified documents that confirmed the spraying of zinc cadmium sulfide. The greatest concentration of this compound was sprayed near the Pruitt-Igoe housing complex just south of downtown St. Louis. It was home to 10,000 low-income people and an estimated...
What did it say? In the villages, does he, in the lurking places in the villages? And who's living there? Jake, man. Lower income individuals, the projects. And what is he doing? Running tests and dumping poisonous radioactive chemicals on Jake to see the effects of it, man. Children, old, young, he don't give a damn, man. He is firmly set on destroying you Jakes, man. And so you need to wake the hell up and stop believing these false Israelite groups telling you that we are not to have hatred for the Edomites, man.
70% were under the age of 12. Martino Taylor claims they all unknowingly inhaled this compound morning, noon, and night so the government could measure its effects on their lungs.
So this was in violation of all medical ethics, all international codes, and the military's own policy at that time.
In 1994, then Congressman Richard Gephardt asked the Army to open its records and explain the St. Louis testing.
We want to make very sure that nothing went on that would harm anyone and that all the facts are out on the table.
Documents released in the 90s show the Army placed sprayers on this former Knights of Columbus building on Lindell and in Forest Park. The Army always insisted the chemical compound was safe. Martino Taylor believes documents prove otherwise.
There's a lot of evidence that indicates that people in St. Louis, in the city, particularly in minority communities, were subjected to military tests that was connected to a larger radiological weapons development and testing project.
For the first time, she links the St. Louis testing to a company called U.S. Radium, a company notorious for lawsuits involving radioactive contamination of its workers.
United States Radium had this reputation where they had been found legally liable decades prior for producing a radioactive powdered paint that killed many young women who painted fluorescent watch dials.
While the Army admits it added a fluorescent substance to the zinc-cadmium compound, details of whether it was radioactive remain secret. Documents uncovered to date indicate the Army never conducted follow-up studies to see whether the compound caused long-term health issues. In 1972, after years of crime, poverty, and decline, the government destroyed the Pruitt-Igoe housing complex. Lisa Zigman, News Channel 5, I-Team.
Now, the company U.S. Radium no longer exists. Martino Taylor has placed all of her research, including the declassified documents, online and will link you to that data at ksdk.com. Now, she will make all of her findings public tomorrow at 6.
Yeah, right. That company, they didn't destroy that company. They probably just changed the name and moved it to somewhere else where they can continue to do their dirty work, man. You see, this is why we told you this man is the damn devil, man. And he's being exposed on every level, man. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." And this devil is being exposed all over the board, man. Everybody is seeing Esau for who he truly is, man. And you still got simple-minded Israelite leaders out here telling you that we should not have hatred for this man, that we got to work with this man and do business with this man. Yeah, whatever, man. This dude hates you and he hates your guts, man. You see what he did over there in St. Louis to that housing project, man. And it said the majority of the people that was tested on was children under the years of 12 years old. So a lot of those jakes, and imagine the effects that it's still having on them until this very day. And Esau don't feel not 1 ounce bad or ashamed of it, man. All he did was tear down the building and sweep up the evidence and continue conducting his mad scientist test on Jakes, man. And a lot of you Jake just recently got tested on during the whole P, the P emic, So he's still continuously conducting tests and using you as lab rats, man. It says, therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear and closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops, you see? And that's why we're living at the time where this devil Esau is being exposed, man. So the hell with this damn devil, the hell with anybody that feels any different about it, man. And that's why great judgment and destruction is coming to Babylon the Great, and mainly upon Esau, Edom, man. So, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, put the spirit of me into this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.